Hello. You want to learn about electric vehicles? That's great. Electric vehicles are like cars, but instead of running on gasoline, they run on electricity. Let me explain it to you in a way that you can easily understand. Do you know what a toy car is? Of course you do. Well, imagine a big car, but instead of using batteries, it uses something called an electric motor to make it go. The electric motor is like a superhero. It uses electricity to make the car move, just like how Spider-Man uses his spider powers to swing from building to building. But where does the electricity come from? It comes from something called a battery, which is like a big box that stores electricity. Just like how you have to charge your iPad or phone, electric cars have to be charged up too. Now, the battery is like a big juice box. Just like how you drink juice to get energy, electric cars drink electricity from the battery to get energy to move. But how does the electricity get into the battery? That's a great question. You know how you plug your iPad into the wall to charge it up? Well, electric cars have something called a charging station, which is like a big wall socket that you plug the car into. Once the car is plugged in, the electricity flows from the charging station into the car's battery, just like how the juice flows from the carton into your cup. These batteries are called lithium-ion batteries, and they can hold a lot of electricity. Sometimes you might see a car that looks like a regular car, but it's actually an electric car. They might have special stickers or badges on them to let you know. You can also look for electric vehicle charging stations when you're out and about. Now, the really cool thing about electric cars is that they don't make any noise. When you drive a regular car, you can hear the engine making noise. But when you drive an electric car, it's super quiet. It's like driving a ninja car. Electric vehicles are really good for the planet because they don't produce any bad stuff that can hurt the earth. You know how sometimes you see cars on the road and they have smoke coming out of the back? That's called exhaust fumes, and they're not good for the environment. They can make the air dirty and hard to breathe. But electric vehicles don't produce any exhaust fumes at all. They're like magic cars that don't make any bad stuff. And when we have more electric cars on the road, there will be less pollution in the air, which is good for everyone. Plus, when electric cars use electricity to move, they don't use any gasoline. Gasoline is like dinosaur juice that we dig out of the ground, and when we use it, it makes more bad stuff that can hurt the earth. But when we use electricity to power our cars instead, we can use things like wind power and solar power to make that electricity. Those things don't hurt the earth at all. It's like using a magic power to make our cars go. So when we use electric cars, we're helping to keep the earth healthy and happy. And that's really important, because we all live on this planet together and we want to take good care of it. Do you know how many electric cars there are in the world? It's a big number, so get ready. Right now, there are about 10 million electric cars zooming around on the roads all over the world. That's a lot of cars. It's like if you had 10 million toy cars, you could make a big, gigantic pile of them that would be taller than a mountain. And you know what? That number is growing every day because more and more people are choosing to drive electric cars instead of gas cars. It's like a big race, and the electric cars are winning. Some countries have more electric cars than others. In China, they have the most electric cars, followed by Europe and the United States. It's like they're having a big competition to see who can have the most electric cars. But you know what's really cool? Some companies are even making electric cars that can drive themselves. That's right, the cars can be like your toy cars, but they can drive all by themselves. Oh, and did I mention that electric cars are really fast? Just like how Flash is super fast, electric cars can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just a few seconds. But one thing you have to remember is that electric cars can't go as far on a single charge as regular cars can go on a tank of gas. It's like how you can't play with your iPad for as long as you want because the battery runs out. But don't worry, because there are more and more charging stations popping up all over the world. Just like how there are more and more places to buy candy, there are more and more places to charge electric cars. So there you have it, my friend. Electric cars are like superheroes that use electricity to move instead of gas. They're clean, quiet, and super fast. And while they can't go as far as regular cars yet, they're getting better and better all the time.